Now, we have identified about 21 pieces of legislation that we would like to look at. Some of them are existing legislation that would have been quite dated, some going back to 1934 and beyond. And so a lot of those things have no relevance in what we do currently. But nevertheless, they are on the books and they're quite outdated. So for example, we have an antibiotic act, and the antibiotics that are mentioned in there are no longer in use. So we wanted to develop a pharmaceutical act that would look at the current types of medications that are in use. So that's one piece of legislation that we're looking at. We have public health ordinances that goes back to about the 1950s. And again, we want to replace those with a new Public Health Act. This is going to have similar things like what is in the ordinance, but upgrade it to suit modern conditions. And so that's something that we're working on to draft a new Public Health Act. There are some that we want to make some amendments to. These include the Medical Practitioners Act, and this has been a request from the Medical Council for us to look at aspects of the Act that can allow for registration of specializations, and that's something that we'll be looking at. There are some other types of legislation that will require amendments. So for example, if somebody attempted suicide, that person can be charged, and I think the offense carries with it a penalty to be jailed, and therefore we believe, and in the modern thinking dealing with psychiatry and so forth, that you shouldn't have these types of punitive measures. What you should do is to be able to offer that person help, and therefore prison would not be the place for them to get that help. They would need to be referred to specialized services. So that particular piece of legislation would need some form of amendment so as to change what is currently on the books.